Kellogg's Pep, the build-up wheat cereal, invite you to rocket into the future with Tom Corbett, Space Cadet. Stand by to raise ship. Blast off. -5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
As roaring rockets blast off to distant planets and far-flung stars, we take you to the age of the conquest of space with Tom Corbett, Space Cadet. In a small concrete structure carefully isolated from the other buildings on the campus of Space Academy, the Polaris unit attends its daily lecture, Astrophysics. Wearing protective coveralls and gloves, the three cadets stand attentively around a large laboratory table as young, attractive Dr. Joan Dale, one of the leading Academy physicists, indicates a sample specimen of ore in a small lead-lined case.
This ore, cadets, is extremely rare. It's only found in any appreciable quantity on 2 asteroids in the asteroid belt, 2046 and 2049. This sample came from our mining camp on 2049.
Is this ore good for anything, Dr. Dale?
Well, we're not sure yet, Cadet Corbett. It's still in its testing stage. So far, we found it has a small degree of radioactivity.
Hey, then maybe it could be used as a fuel for rocket ships.
Perhaps, but certainly not in its present state, Cadet Astro. It would take several tons of ore to reach a critical mass strong enough to produce power and usable energy. Now, any more questions? All right, then, we'll proceed with your test assignment. Do you understand what you're to do?
Yes, ma'am. Analyze this specimen, giving content and volume of every element included.
And measure the energy potential.
Right. Use reaction chamber 2. Number 1 hasn't been cleaned since the last experiment.
Yes, ma'am.
You'll have 15 minutes, cadets. Work fast, but be as thorough as you can. Oh, be sure to keep your gloves on when you handle the ore sample, and don't forget to use the Geiger counter. I'll be back in exactly 15 minutes.
Oh, brother, this is what I call a real dog detail, playing around with a crummy hunk of rock.
We'll get a real dog rating if we don't finish this experiment in time, Roger.
Yeah, hotshot. Get that reaction chamber heated up.
Okay.
Astro, you take this piece of ore and start analyzing it. Roger and I'll handle the reaction chamber.
Check.
Okay, Tom, chamber's ready.
Now, hand me a container.
Here. Okay, open the lock.
Shove it in. Closer. Oh, and don't forget the Geiger counter.
Sure. What do you think I am, a primary student?
If you study hard enough, you might make it, Roger.
That's enough out of you, rocket head. Okay, counter's on.
How you doing, Astro?
Well, this won't take long, Tom. We ought to finish the experiment in plenty of time.
Yeah, if you don't mess it up.
Me? Why, you overblown bag of space.
Hey, wait a minute, fellas. The Geiger counter. Listen to it.
Hey, jumping Jupiter, it's going crazy.
I don't get it. Dr. Dale said it would take tons of the stuff to reach critical mass. That hunk we put in the reaction chamber is no bigger than my fist.
Hey, wait a minute. You put it in chamber 1.
Well, sure.
You big jerk. Dr. Dale said to use chamber 2. Number 1 wasn't cleaned out.
So the ore is combining with whatever was left in there.
Well, quick, we've got to stop it.
Too late. Don't go near it, Tom. There's a baby A-bomb cooking up in
Well,
there.
let's get out of here.
Come on, Tom. She'll blow any second.
Hit that outer door. Quick, Astro.
Right.
Go on, fellas, outside. Now hit the deck fast. He's got to blow.
We'll return to the exciting adventures of Tom Corbett, Space Cadet, in just a moment, so stand by.
Spaceman, one of the most interesting places here at Space Academy is the Spaceport Communication Center. Now, today we're going in there for a look around and see just how they operate. Here we are, Spaceman. You know, this communication center is in operation 24 hours a day, keeping a check on all space traffic and land-to-space communication. Now, come into this room. Okay? Well, now, here's a telerecorder. Dr. Dale recorded a message to be sent to all boys and girls in all planet colonies. I'll play it for you.
Here's an important reminder to all spacemen and space girls, too. Be sure you're getting enough vitamins. Eat the right foods that give you those vitamins. At breakfast, you can get the whole day supply of vitamin D and a valuable amount of vitamin B1 by eating Kellogg's Pep. And when you eat Pep, you're giving yourself the kind of food values that help you do things better. That goes for play, school, work, and sports. So remember, for a good supply of important vitamins and a really enjoyable way to start this day, help yourself to Kellogg's Pep. End transmission.
Well, spacemen, you learned two important things today. You learned about communications, and you heard about the best breakfast cereal in the universe. So don't forget now, ask Mom for Kellogg's Pep. P-E-P. Pep.
Conducting a routine experiment in the physics laboratory, Roger makes a careless mistake and an explosion results. A blast that wrecks the interior of the lab. But the cadets manage to escape unhurt. Now, an hour later, we find them being interrogated by Dr. Dale in her office.
Well, Cadet, you certainly succeeded in making a complicated mess out of a simple experiment.
Oh, we're awfully sorry, ma'am.
Knock it off, Tom. This is my party.
Huh?
It's my fault, Dr. Dale. I put the ore sample in the wrong reaction chamber.
You did it. I might have known. Well, Cadet Manning, I don't know whether to log you for it or recommend you for a medal.
Huh?
Your mistake has opened the way for entirely new experiments in freeing the energy potential of the ore. It was a combination of that sample with the residue of a previous experiment that produced the reaction.
Then you think the ore can be used as a fuel?
If we can find the right combination of materials to go with it. Cadet Manning, you're detached from duty with the Polaris unit.
But, Dr.
I'm going
Dale...
to Asteroid 2049 to conduct further experiments with this ore, and I'll need an astrogator and an assistant. You can consider this assignment your reward for your mistake or your punishment.
Oh, brother, this is a reward.
Well, I hope you'll think so after we've finished. Be ready to blast off in Rocket Scout 9J in 1 hour.
By the rings of Saturn. I never thought I'd say this, Tom, but I'm beginning to miss Roger.
Well, strangely enough, I feel the same way, Astro.
Funny. And I thought a few days without him would be a real vacation. I wonder when he'll be back.
I wonder if we'll be here when he gets back. Captain Strong sounded kind of excited when he called us.
You think he's got a special assignment for us?
We'll find out in a minute. Here's his office. Cadets Corbett and Astro reporting, sir.
Well, stand easy, cadets. Be with you in a second. All right, Courtney. Now, give me the rest of those figures on the course of the 9J. Uh-huh.
9J? Tom, wasn't that the rocket scout Dr. Dale used to go to Asteroid 2049?
Yes. I wonder what's up.
Great galaxy. I hope nothing's wrong.
All right. Got it, Courtney. But if there's any further word from Mason on the asteroid, let me know.
Captain Strong, is there anything wrong? I mean, well, we couldn't help overhearing you mention the 9J. And we know Roger and Dr. Dale used that ship.
I'm sorry to have to break it to you like this, boys, but the 9J is missing.
Missing? But how could...
We don't know yet. We've tracked the scout as far as the asteroid belt, right to number 2049, as a matter of fact. But Greg Mason, the chief engineer of the mining station there, says they never arrived.
Did any of our space stations pick up a distress call?
No, nothing but routine position reports. Apparently, everything was going smoothly until the scout entered the asteroid belt.
Then what happened to them?
That's what we're going to find out. Prepare the Polaris for immediate blastoff. We're going to search for the 9J, and we're starting at asteroid 2049. All right, Astro. Stand by for landing.
We get a good view of the asteroid from up here, Captain Strong.
And we'll set the ship down close to the mining camp, Tom.
I've got the spot all picked out, sir.
The control deck to power deck. Braking rockets, 1/4.
Aye, sir. Braking rockets, 1/4.
The gravitational pull of this asteroid is only 0.006. Now, we can touch down without any further braking.
Altitude 1,000 feet, sir.
Stand by for touchdown.
Aye, sir.
Power deck. Cut rockets.
Here we go, sir. Touchdown!
We're in. All right, boys. Secure ship. First, we'll have a talk with Mason, and then start tracking the 9J.
Captain Strong, do you mean to tell me the 9J is still unreported?
We haven't heard a word from them, Mason. We checked Dr. Dale's course, and it appears she came straight here.
I don't understand it. We've seen no sign of her or the ship.
Are you sure your radar is in good working order?
Of course. We picked up your ship an hour ago. I'm positive the rocket scout couldn't have come within 1,000 miles of us. Have you tried to raise them on your teleceiver?
Oh, at least 100 times.
Well, I'm afraid it's only too obvious what's happened, Captain Strong.
You mean you think the scout was hit by a meteorite?
Well, this part of space is full of them. One slight defect in the ship's radar gear or a miscalculation by the astrogator and, well, there wouldn't be much left.
Maybe you're right, Mason. But we won't assume anything until we're sure.
But what can you do, Strong?
Search this entire area.
But that would be like looking for a speck of meteor dust in the Milky Way. It would take weeks, months.
I don't care how long it takes. We're going to keep at it until we find some sign of that ship. Anything on the radar screen yet, Tom?
I'm afraid not, Captain Strong. Not since we made contact with that swarm of meteorites.
Oh, it's beginning to look hopeless, Tom. We've covered an immense area. If the rocket scout hit anything while they were on course, we'd have found at least a trace of wreckage by this time.
Wait, sir. I'm picking up something on the radar again.
Probably some more meteorites.
No. We're getting a fix on a sizable mass. This could be it, sir.
Well, how big is the mass?
Well, checking out, sir. About the size of a rocket scout. We found her. And look at my screen. The signal is getting in clearer now.
I'll plot an orbit to intercept her. We should be able to overhaul her within an hour.
I'll try to raise them on the audio, sir.
Right. Hello, radar bridge to power deck. Check in.
Order, got it.
We're changing course, Astro. I want you to stand by for maximum velocity.
Right, sir. I'll give you all the speed you want. Have you found something?
I hope so. At least it checks for mass with the scouts. So get to work now. Hit those rockets.
Radar bridge to control deck. We're closing in on the scout, Captain Strong, almost within visual range.
Good. Cut off the radar and turn on the forward scanner. Feed it to me down here.
Aye, aye, sir. There she is, sir. It's the 9J, all right.
No sign of damage to the ship.
No, sir. She seems to be holding course under full control.
Try audio contact now.
Aye, sir. Polaris calling Rocket Scout 9J. Polaris calling Rocket Scout 9J. Acknowledge. Can you read us? Acknowledge, 9J. This is the Polaris. Blast it. Hello, Captain Strong. Still no answer.
All right. Secure the radar bridge and report to the main airlock in full space gear. I want you and Astro to board that ship fast.
Okay, Tom. We're aboard the rocket, Scout. What now?
Well, first let's take these helmets off. Air pressure and oxygen level in here is okay. I just checked.
Right.
That's better.
Tom, this ship is quiet as a grave. What could be wrong?
Hello, Tom. Check in.
Hold it, Astro. Skipper's calling us on our communicators. Go ahead, Captain Strong.
How are you doing?
Well, just got aboard, sir.
Any sign of Dr. Dale or Roger?
Not yet, sir. Astro and I are just starting to look around.
Right. Check the radar bridge first and keep your communicators open. Maintain contact with me.
Right, sir. Okay, Astro, let's go.
Jumping Jupiter. There's something about this ship that makes my flesh crawl.
Stow it, Astro. Get up that ladder.
There's nobody up here on the radar bridge, Tom.
Okay, come on down. We'll check the controls.
Everything's in order. Set on automatic course.
Hey, this is strange.
Find something, Tom?
No, nothing. That's just it. The logbook is supposed to be in this desk drawer, and it isn't here.
Maybe they abandoned ship and took the log with them.
Oh, come on. Let's have a look in the spacesuit locker.
Oh, there it is, over there.
Well, go on. Open it up.
Hey, look, Tom.
Why, their spacesuits are still in the locker. This is Dr. Dale's, and here's Roger.
And here's the emergency suit.
Boys, did I hear you right? They couldn't abandon ship without their spacesuits.
I know it, Captain Strong. That's just what we're trying to figure out.
Well, go on with the search. Take your time. Do a thorough job. Joan and Roger must still be aboard.
We'll try below, sir. We may find something on the power deck.
Go ahead down, Tom.
Oh, there's certainly no sign of a fight anywhere. Everything is in shipshape order.
Yeah, that's what makes it so creepy.
Hey, there's the weapons locker, Astro. Let's check that.
Good idea.
Well, I give up. There's not a thing missing.
Well, that means the ship couldn't have been attacked.
If it was, Roger certainly would have reached the weapons, at least.
Well, I'll take a look at the power unit, Tom.
Right.
Hello, Tom. Can't you find anything at all to indicate what happened?
Well, no, Captain Strong. The ship's in perfect running order, holding a preset orbit. Everything's routine, except for the fact that Roger and Dr. Dale are missing. Just a minute, sir. I think Astro's found something.
The reactor pile. Somebody's removed the damping rods.
What?
It's too late to replace them. The rocket head temperatures are way over the danger mark. This ship is going to explode.
Are you sure, Astro?
Suffering Martian mice. Of course I'm sure. We've got to get off this death heap fast.
Well, come on, then.
Step on it, boys. Use the emergency airlock.
That's where we're headed, sir.
Here we are.
Okay, Astro, now put your helmet on and get that outer door open quick. I'll equalize pressure.
Never mind the pressure. There's only a 14-pound difference. We can stand that. Help me pull the door open.
I'll try it. Come on up. Put your helmet on.
Okay.
Hey, this isn't going to be easy. Shouldn't be that hard. Let me get at it. Oh, come on. Hey, there's something wrong here. I'll say the door's jammed. It can't be pulled. Oh, deuce, it won't budge. We're trapped in here, Astro.
Tom, Astro, try the emergency release.
I'm trying it, sir, but it's no good.
Captain Strong, cast off with the Polaris, sir. Hurry.
No, I'll try to reach you from the outside.
It's no use, sir. It's the inside lock that's jammed. Please, sir, get the Polaris out of here. This ship is doomed. In a minute, we'll be blown to space dust.
We'll return to the exciting adventures of Tom Corbett, Space Cadet, in just a moment, so stand by.
Say, spaceman, have you got your share of Magic Eyes yet? Well, if you haven't, you'd better get going. Your Magic Eye is waiting for you right this minute down at the grocery store, inside every package of Kellogg's Pep. Now, on those Magic Eyes, you can see Bill Holden and Bob Hope of Paramount Pictures, sports stars like Bobby Riggs, and circus greats like Clyde Beatty, the Lion Tamer. And listen, every Magic Eye picture shows you plenty of action. 16 different action subjects. Collect them all. You know, it's easy to get Magic Eyes. Nothing to mail in and no waiting, because you get a Magic Eye free at no extra cost in every package of Kellogg's Pep. Now, think of it. Just get a package of Kellogg's Pep, and you get a Magic Eye at the same time. Be the first in your neighborhood to collect all 16 Magic Eyes. If you get 2 of a kind, trade for one you haven't got. But just remember, you keep adding to your collection every time you get Kellogg's Pep. You get loads of swell eating, too, because those golden whole wheat flakes make the best-tasting cereal you ever had. Just remember now, ask Mom to buy Kellogg's Pep. P-E-P. Pep.
When the crew of the Polaris locates the rocket scout 9J, in which Dr. Dale and Roger Manning have been missing in space, they find it completely deserted. During their search, Tom and Astro discover the damping rods missing from the atomic reactor motors and realize the ship will explode any minute. In a desperate race against death, they try to reach the safety of the Polaris, but they are trapped in the airlock of the rocket scout by a jammed door. On the Polaris, Captain Strong hears Tom's report.
Hello, Captain Strong. You've got to get the Polaris away. There's nothing you can do to help us. We'll keep trying to find a way out of here ourselves. Tom's right, Captain Strong. You can't risk the Polaris.
All right, men. Listen. I'll move the ship off about 1,000 yards. That should be far enough to escape the blast. When you can get out, push yourselves off into space, and I'll pick you up. Is that clear?
Yes, sir, but so far we're not having any luck forcing this door.
What about the emergency toolkit?
Why, that would be in one of the desk lockers, I suppose. But we never have time to get back.
Tom, listen. That model ship has a small tool compartment in the inside bulkhead of the airlock, and there's sure to be a cutting torch in the kit.
Did you hear that, Astro? Yes, I'll look for it.
If the torch is there, you should be able to cut around that catch lock in a matter of seconds.
Skipper was right, Tom. Here's the torch. Fire it up. Quick, here we go. Stand away from that lock, Tom.
Work fast, Astro.
He's doing fine, Captain. Hey, Tom, the catch is beginning to give. A little more to the left now. Oh, that did it. Pull the door open now. Hey, Captain Strong, did you hear that? We're shoving off into space. Stand by to pick us up.
Get moving. I'm ready.
All right, Astro. The door's open. Now shove off into space as hard as you can push. Here goes. Hammer at your heels.
Take it easy, Tom.
Captain Strong, what happened? The explosion.
You're all right, Tom.
So is Astro. You cleared the ship just as she exploded. The blast hurled you both out into space like a couple of rockets. I had to use radar to find you.
Well, the force of the blast must have knocked us out. Gosh, I'm still a little dizzy.
You'll be all right now, Tom. How are you making out, Astro?
Oh, fine, sir. I must have been a little farther from the ship when she blew.
Well, thank the universe you were both far enough.
But, sir, we're no closer to a solution to this mystery than we were before.
You're sure there wasn't a single clue on that ship to indicate what could have happened to Joan and Roger?
No, sir. Nothing at all. You should have seen it. Captain Strong, it was weird.
Enough to give you the creeps, sir. A completely deserted ship and yet no signs of a fight or anything.
Well, they couldn't have gotten off alive without their spacesuits.
Hey, did you leave the radio open, sir? That sounds like some kind of static or interference.
That's funny. There shouldn't be any static in this area.
Well, I'll check it, sir. Hello? Hello, this is the Polaris. Hello. Come in, please.
Polaris?
Listen, that sounds like Joan.
Dr. Dale, is that you? This is Tom Corbett on the Polaris.
Tom, can you read me?
Well, just barely. Can't you step up power?
No, listen carefully.
Joan, this is Steve. Are you all right?
Steve, so far, but listen.
Go ahead, Dr. Dale.
Roger and I are on Asteroid 2049. Can you hear that?
Yes, on 2049. Go ahead.
We're in danger, great danger. Get here as quickly as you can.
Hey, she stopped transmitting.
Yeah, but did you hear what she said, sir?
I heard it. Man your stations, cadets. Set course full space speed for Asteroid 2049.
Don't miss the next action-packed adventure with Tom Corbett, Space Cadet, on Thursday, when the crew of the Polaris attempts a dangerous rescue in space in Part 2 of The Asteroid of Danger. Tune in, same time, same station on Thursday for the next thrilling interplanetary adventure with Tom Corbett, Space Cadet.
Brought to you by Kellogg's Pep, the build-up wheat cereal.
Tom Corbett, Space Cadet, starring Frankie Thomas, can also be seen on television and appears in the comic sections of many of America's leading newspapers. Look for it daily and in weekend editions. Featured in the cast were Al Markham, Jan Merlin, Edward Bryce, and Margaret Garland. Today's program was written by Gilbert Braun and directed by Drex Hines. Jackson Beck speaking.
Kellogg's Raisin Bran has a secret. Kellogg's Raisin Bran has a secret.
And what a secret! In Kellogg's Raisin Bran, the tasty raisins are dipped in honeycomb. That means plumper, more tender raisins, along with delicious golden crisp bran flakes. Both fruit and cereal all in one box. And no other raisin brand but Kellogg's gives you the tender goodness of raisins dipped in honeycomb. That's Kellogg's secret. So for your breakfast, make sure you get Kellogg's, because
Kellogg's Raisin Bran has a secret.
this is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.
Kellogg's Pep, the build-up wheat cereal, invites you to rocket into the future with Tom Corbett, Space Cadet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0! As roaring rockets blast off to distant planets and far-flung stars, we take you to the age of the conquest of space with Tom Corbett, Space Cadet. Rocketing through the inky blackness of space far out in the asteroid belt, the Polaris suddenly picks up a radio call from Dr. Joan Dale, revealing that she and Cadet Roger Manning are on Asteroid 2049. Then, just as suddenly, her voice is drowned out by static. Now, on the control deck, Tom Corbett and Captain Strong work frantically to reestablish contact.
Rocket Cruiser Polaris to Dr. Joan Dale. This is Tom Corbett on the Polaris. Can you read me, Dr. Dale? Come in. Come in.
Hello, Polaris. This is Dr. Dale.
We've got her again, Captain Strong.
Good, I'll take over. Hello, Joan. This is Steve. Your rocket scout just exploded out here in space. How in the universe did you and Manning manage to abandon that ship and get to the asteroid?
We didn't abandon the ship, Steve. When Roger and I landed here, Mason and his men took us prisoner.
Joan, I don't understand. Why should Mason take you prisoners?
Well, he's learned that the ore he was sent here to mine is extremely valuable, so he's been strip mining, selling the ore privately to line his own pockets.
I see.
He and his men were loading a privately owned freighter when we arrived. We caught them red-handed.
Where are you transmitting from, Joan? How did you get to a set?
We're locked up in a tool shed where their spare equipment is stored. Roger and I finally succeeded in rigging up this radio. Steve, you're our only hope. You've got to help us.
We're on our way, Joan.
And, Steve, another thing.
Yes?
In case anything goes wrong, I don't...
Hello, Joan? Joan, come in. What happened to the receiver, Tom?
Well, nothing far as I can see, Captain
Well,
Strong.
check the circuit.
Well, the circuit's all right, sir. She just isn't sending.
Well, try to raise her again.
Aye, sir. Polaris calling Dr. Joan Dale on Asteroid 2049. Polaris calling Joan Dale on Asteroid 2049. Come in, Dr. Dale. We aren't reading you.
Polaris to Dr. Dale. Come in. Come in.
Hello, Polaris. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, this is the Polaris. Come in.
Is that you, Captain Strong?
Strong here, yes.
Listen, Strong, this is Greg Mason on Asteroid 2049.
What have you done with Dr. Dale and Cadet Manning?
Stop fusing your tubes, Strong. They're still healthy. I just had to close the lady's mouth. She talks too much.
What do you hope to gain by this, Mason?
A fortune, Captain, and the freedom to enjoy it. Now get this and get it straight. We're going to monitor your space transmitter from now on. Stay away from here, and don't try to send a report to any ship. Is that clear?
And if we do?
Then it will be curtains for these two friends of yours. You'll never see them again, alive.
We'll return to the exciting adventures of Tom Corbett, Space Cadet, in just a moment. So stand by.
Say, spaceman, did you ever go to a briefing session? Well, that's what the cadets at Space Academy do before each space flight. All the cadets on that flight meet in the ready room. Then the commander of the flight gives them their instructions about the mission. Well, one day, Captain Strong was telling the cadets about it.
All right, now, settle down, everybody. Now, that's better. Now, you all know your jobs. We'll start blasting off at 0800 hours. Blast off at 3-minute intervals in the order assigned and head for the rendezvous point. And one thing more. Don't stay in the sack and miss breakfast. You'll need your wits about you, and you'll need lots of energy. So get down to that mess hall early and put away a good breakfast. I suggest you belt away lots of Kellogg's Pep, for one thing. Pep gives you plenty of vitamins, plenty of good food values, plenty of energy food to call on. Vitamins B1 and D help keep you on your toes. So make sure you're getting your share. Some of you ought to have second helpings of Pep on that score alone. Besides, Pep tastes so downright good you'll ask for a second bowl anyway. Just make sure you leave some for me. That's all. Cadets, hit. Dismissed.
Well, I think Captain Strong had better get to that mess hall early himself. You know, Pep really makes a hit at the breakfast table. You spacemen out there, try Kellogg's Pep yourself. See how absolutely swell a cereal can be. You'll be just like cadets here at Space Academy if you sit down to the spaceman cereal, Kellogg's Pep. P-E-P. Pep.
While transmitting a message to the Polaris for help, Dr. Joan Dale and Cadet Roger Manning are surprised by Greg Mason, the mining engineer who was holding them prisoner on Asteroid 2049. Mason then warns Captain Strong that if he attempts to land on the asteroid or contact the Solar Guard, Joan and Manning will be killed. Now, several hours have passed, and Captain Strong and the space cadets are near Asteroid 2049, hoping to find a way to rescue their friends.
We're within radar range of Asteroid 2049, Captain Strong. What's our next move?
I don't know, Tom. I half expected Mason to warn us off again.
Well, there hasn't been a word from him since he warned us to keep away. And we'll be in visual contact in another minute or so. Shall we alter course?
No. Let's hold her steady. I'd like to bait Mason into establishing radio contact again.
Well, sir, we're coming into visual range of the asteroid now.
Get a fix on it with the forward scanner, Tom.
Yes, sir.
Control deck to power deck. Check in.
Power deck aye. Net Astro here.
Astro, fire braking rockets 1 and 2.
Are we going to land, sir?
I don't know yet. Just stand by.
Aye, sir.
Captain Strong.
Oh, what's the trouble, Tom?
Look here in the forward scanner. There's no sign of the space freighter anywhere. The asteroid is deserted. I've been through the whole camp, Captain Strong. It's empty. Even the supplies are gone.
How about you, Astro?
Well, I didn't find anybody, if that's what you mean, sir, but I did notice something else.
What's that?
The ore veins in the mine are all played out, sir. There's nothing down there to mine.
No? Well, it's beginning to make sense now.
How do you mean, sir?
Well, Mason and his men must have been just about ready to close up operations here when Joan and Roger arrived and found out what they were up to.
So now they've cleared out and have the whole universe to hide in.
Which means we'll never find them now.
Not unless Joan and Roger left some kind of clue for us.
Well, but they didn't, Captain. We've searched every square inch of this asteroid.
Say, wait a minute, Astro. Remember when Dr. Dale first gave us that lab lecture on this ore?
Sure. What about it?
Remember she said it was very scarce, only 2 known sources?
Yeah, that's right. Asteroid 2049 and a twin. I forget which one it was now.
Number 2046.
What are you getting at, Tom?
Well, it's just a wild hunch, sir, but suppose Dr. Dale told Mason about the twin.
Why should she?
To keep Mason from killing her and Roger. He'd have no reason to keep prisoners with this mine played out.
Sure, and if she told him there was another deposit of that ore, Mason wouldn't lose any time blasting off to find it.
And he'd save valuable time by taking Joan along to help him.
And he's still safe with Dr. Dale and Roger as hostages.
Yeah, but all this leaves us just where we were before. If we try to land on the asteroid, he'd just carry out his threat to kill them.
Well, let's jump our hurdles one at a time. The first thing we have to do is to find Mason. Get back aboard the Polaris, boys, and prepare to blast off.
Well, Dr. Dale, you can thank your friends for keeping their word. So far, they haven't reported what's happened to you and Manning.
How long do you think you can get away with this, Mason? You're bound to be caught sooner or later.
That's right, Mason. You haven't a chance. If you were smart, you'd give yourself up to the Solar Guard. Maybe they'd be easy on you.
You're space happy, Manning. I've got everything under control. As soon as my men strip this asteroid of its ore, we're blasting off in this freighter for outer space.
What about us?
You needn't worry, Manning. You and Dr. Dale won't have to make the trip.
You're darn right we won't.
Sally, come in here. Quick, I told you.
Just been waiting for a chance like this, Mason.
Roger, look out! Behind you!
Grab him, Tully.
Let go of my arms, you slimy space rat.
That's it, Tully. Pin him down.
Dirty space crawlers, I'll take on both of you.
Not now, you won't, Manning.
Let go of me.
And since you won't behave, we'll teach you how. Take them below, Tully, and put them in irons.
There it is, Captain Strong. I've got asteroid 2046 on the radar.
All right, Tom. Hold this course. It will keep us outside their radar scanners.
But what are we going to do now, sir? How are we going to help Dr. Dale and Roger if we can't get any closer to the asteroid than this?
We've got to figure out a way to evade Mason's radar first, Astro.
That's going to be tough, sir. Even if we circle the asteroid and come up on the other side of his mining camp, his sonar equipment will pick up our rocket blast.
Hey, wait a minute. I've got an idea. Suppose we let them pick us up on their radar.
Are you crazy, Astro?
Maybe, but the way I figure it, Tom, if we alert them that way, they'll keep the radar on the Polaris to watch every move we make, right?
We can be sure of that, Astro.
Fine. Then the Polaris will act as a decoy. And while you keep the ship on a course just inside Mason's radar screen, sir, Tom and I could take the jet boat, land on the other side of the asteroid, and take them by surprise.
Sounds pretty risky, Astro. Even if you were able to find Joan and Roger, you could never get off the asteroid with them in a jet boat. Mason could shoot you down before you got back to the Polaris.
I think I've got the answer to that, sir. Give Astro and me a certain time limit to find Dr. Dale and Roger and get them away from the freighter. Then you close in and fire a space torpedo at Mason's ship.
Suppose you didn't find Joan and Roger in the allotted time.
We could signal you after we found it.
An infrared signal flare would do it, sir.
When you see the signal, wait exactly 10 minutes, and then fire the torpedo.
Hey, wait a minute. There's one thing I forgot.
What's that, Astro?
Even though they've got the radar on the Polaris, their sonar will pick up the sound of the jets in the boat.
There's a way out of that, I think, Astro. Judging by the size of Asteroid 2046, the gravitational pull ought to be pretty slight.
And we can find out easily enough. Wait a minute. I'll check the master chart.
It shouldn't be much different from the other one. They're about the same size.
You're right, Astro. It's .005. Why, we could land the jet boat without using any braking power at all.
Oh, we'd just float down to the surface. Our fall would be as easy as a parachute landing back on Earth.
Well, seems to add up to a workable plan.
It's the only chance we've got, sir.
All right. Jump into your space gear, boys, and grab a couple of parallel rays. You'll shove off in 5 minutes.
Hold on, Astro. We're going to touch down, and we just might hit a little harder than we figured.
We'll know in a second, Tom. Here goes.
Not bad. Hardly jarred us. Okay, put your space helmet on, and let's get moving.
Right. All set. Open the hatch.
Come on. We've got a small-sized hike ahead of us.
It won't take us long. With this gravity, you can jump 10 or 15 feet at a time.
I imagine they'll be using their space freighter for headquarters. I doubt if they take the time to put up a regular camp.
Okay, then, let's head for her. You can see her nose just over the horizon.
So far, so good, Astro. We haven't been spotted yet.
And there's the ship. The crew is unloading something from the aft hatch.
Mining equipment. Our hunch was right. They're going to take as much of this ore with them as they can.
Where do you think we'll find Dr. Dale and Roger?
On the ship somewhere. Doesn't that type of freighter have a hatch on the other side of the hull?
Most of them do. It's an escape hatch in case of a runaway reactor pile. It should lead right for the power deck.
Good. We'll give it a try. Come on. Careful, Astro. We may run into somebody in this companionway.
I'll be ready for him. Hey, wait. Let's check this compartment.
Okay. Open the bulkhead door, but take it easy.
There you are. Kind of dark.
I'll go in first. You cover me from here until I find out what's in there.
Go ahead.
Why don't you space crawlers leave us alone?
Roger!
Huh? Who's there?
What's the matter? Don't you recognize me?
Tom, by all the moons of Jupiter.
How did you get here?
No time to explain now, Dr. Dale. We've got to blast out of here.
We can't, Junior. They've got us in irons.
Oh? Well, we can carve you out of those. Hey, Astro.
Yeah, Tom? Any luck?
Yeah, I found them. Get outside and fire that flare.
Okay. I'll wait for you at the airlock. And tell Manning if he doesn't behave, we'll leave him behind.
Go on, you Venusian ape. I think I'll stay here.
Boys, this is no time for kidding. Corbett, can you get us out of these irons?
There's an electronic switch controlling them, Tom, but I don't know where it is.
We won't bother with the switch. I'll just short-circuit the connection. And listen, as soon as you're free, find a couple of spacesuits. After Astro fires that flare, we only have 10 minutes to get clear of this ship. Here's the airlock. Put your space helmets on.
Let me help you, Dr. Dale.
Thank you, Manning. I can manage.
Ready?
Yes, Corbett.
Lead the way, Junior. Hey, where's Astro? I thought he was going to meet us here.
Probably outside. Equalize pressure, will you, Roger?
Right.
Tom, why did you send Astro outside to fire a flare?
To let Captain Strong know we found you, ma'am. And have him fire a space torpedo at this ship.
A space torpedo?
Don't fuse your tubes, Roger. It's a timed operation. 10 minutes after he gets the signal, he'll fire. That'll give us time to clear the freighter.
Well, it's been at least 5 minutes since Astro left. We've got to make tracks.
4 minutes and 30 seconds exactly, Roger. Don't worry. I'm keeping track of the time. We ought to make it easy. Okay. Pressure's equalized.
I'll open the outer portals.
Right.
Come on, Dr. Dale.
You see Astro?
Yeah, there he is. Hey, Astro!
Astro, is everything okay?
What's the matter with him? Why doesn't he answer us?
Hey, he looks kind of funny to me.
He isn't even moving. Great jumping Jupiter. He's been frozen by a parallel ray.
You're absolutely right, Sonny.
Huh?
Mason, drop that parallel ray, kid, or you'll be frosted.
Why, you...
No, Tom, don't.
Okay. Here you are, Mason.
Well, you're showing some sense, finally. More than that big hulk over there did.
Okay, so you got it. Now let him go.
All right. There. Astro, you all right?
Oh, sure. But it sure felt awful to just stand here and see you walk into a trap. How did it happen, Astro? Mason and his crew just surprised me, that's all. Jumped me right after I fired the flare.
You weren't very smart, boys. You should have figured I'd send out patrols until I'd find your jet boat.
But, Astro, you did fire the flare. Yeah, exactly 5 minutes ago. Well, looks like you've got a tiger by the tail, Mason.
What are you talking about?
In 5 minutes, this ship is going to be blown into space junk. You'd better let us go.
Ha! Still playing games, eh? Get back inside right now. If this ship is blasted, you'll be blasted with it.
We'll return to the exciting adventures of Tom Corbett, Space Cadet, in just a moment, so stand by.
Spaceman, everybody's having fun with the Magic Eye, the swell prize you get in every package of Kellogg's Pep. Everywhere you go, you see spacemen trading Magic Eyes, playing games with them, using them for decorations on hats, belts, and jackets. It's really fun. So, if you haven't started your Magic Eye collection yet, there's not a minute to lose. You know, Magic Eyes are those swell plastic discs with the moving pictures on them. When you tilt them up and down, the picture actually changes back and forth. Trains go smoking down the track. Planes go streaking through the clouds. And your favorite stars of movies, sports, and radio entertain you. Paramount star Bob Hope swings a baseball bat. Clyde Beatty cracks a whip. Paramount star Bill Holden works the submarine periscope. Every Magic Eye is packed with action. And you can get as many as 16 different Magic Eye pictures. There's no waiting, no box tops, no mailing. Just get a package of Kellogg's Pep at your grocery store and open it up. You'll find a Magic Eye right inside, free at no extra cost. And remember, at the same time you get a Magic Eye, you'll be getting a swell-tasting cereal, too, which makes it a double bargain. So don't delay. For a Magic Eye and a swell cereal, ask Mom to get Kellogg's Pep. P-E-P. Pep.
Their daring attempt to rescue Dr. Joan Dale and Roger Manning a failure, Tom and Astro find themselves in deadly danger as Mason orders them back into the space freighter, refusing to believe that Captain Strong has fired a space torpedo at the ship. Now, as he stands in the open airlock, Tom pleads with Mason.
You've got to believe me, Mason. In less than 3 minutes, this ship will be blasted off the asteroid.
You're wasting your breath, kid. I don't fall for schoolboy tricks. Now go on. Get into that airlock, all of you.
Only 2.5 minutes now.
Shut up, you.
Do you know what will happen when that space torpedo hits, Mason? It not only will blast the freighter apart, it'll kill everyone in 100 yards radius.
Which means you and your crew will get it too, Mason.
One more word out of you.
Why do you suppose Astro fired that flare? That's when you caught him, Mason.
I didn't see any flare.
It was an infrared flare. You couldn't see it without special goggles.
1 minute and 45 seconds, Mason. Remember, you'll get it too. Look at your crew. They believe it. Look at them. They're backing off.
Hey, come back here. Come back, you lily-livered space rat.
They're smarter than you are, Mason. They want to live.
1 minute and 30 seconds. It'll take us time to get away from the ship.
Ah, you're not going to trick me.
You've only got one way of finding out if this is a trick. Stay here. You'll either win or be spaced out. 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Shut up.
And that torpedo has your name on it too, Mason. You'll never get away now. There isn't time.
Hey, you're all alone with us now, pal. Look at the way your crew is running.
Yeah, now they'll make all the money out of this asteroid, not you.
You rotten space crawlers, come back here. Come back.
Roger, Tom, now.
You
Let go of me. Let go.
We're just taking this gun away now. Get it, Tom?
Yep.
I have it.
No, don't shoot. Don't leave me here.
We won't. Start running. This is your only chance. Less than 20 seconds before the torpedo hits.
Come on, boys, run! Run!
Head east, Mason. That's where the jet boat is.
Who cares? Let's just get where the torpedo is and blast your tubes, all of you. It'll hit any second.
Rocket Cruiser Polaris calling Space Academy Earth. We have found Dr. Dale and Cadet Manning. All hands are safe, and we are returning to base at once. Over and out.
Corbett, that message sounded like sweet music to me.
Joan, why don't you go below and try to get some rest?
Oh, I'm fine here, Steve. Just fine.
But I still don't see how you managed to get back to the jet boat.
It was easy, Skipper. First of all, with the low gravity, we covered 20 feet in one jump. And then when that torpedo hit the freighter, Mason and his men were so busy trying to get away, they didn't pay any attention to us.
What are you going to do about Mason and the crew, sir? They're stranded on the asteroid now.
Well, not for long. As soon as I saw your jet boat blast off, I contacted Solar Guard headquarters on Mars. They're sending a ship out to pick them up.
Yeah, and then Mason can spend plenty of time looking for ore, cracking rocks on the prison asteroid.
Don't miss the next action-packed adventure with Tom Corbett, Space Cadet, on Tuesday, when the crew of the Polaris blasts off on a vacation, only to encounter mystery and danger as they battle the giants of Mercury. Tune in, same time, same station on Tuesday for the next thrilling interplanetary adventure with Tom Corbett, Space Cadet.
Brought to you by Kellogg's Pep, the build-up wheat cereal.
Tom Corbett, Space Cadet, starring Frankie Thomas, can also be seen on television and appears in the comic sections of many of America's leading newspapers. Look for it daily and in weekend editions. Featured in today's cast were Jan Merlin, Al Markham, Edward Bryce, and Margaret Garland. Today's program was written by Gilbert Braun, directed by Drex Hines. Jackson Begg speaking.
Kellogg's Raisin Bran has a secret. Kellogg's Raisin Bran has a secret.
And what a secret! In Kellogg's Raisin Bran, the tasty raisins are dipped in honeycomb. That means plumper, more tender raisins, along with delicious golden crisp bran flakes. Both fruit and cereal, all in one box. And no other raisin brand but Kellogg's gives you the tender goodness of raisins dipped in honeycomb. That's Kellogg's secret. So for your breakfast, make sure you get Kellogg's, because
Kellogg's Raisin Bran has a secret.
This program has come to you from New York. America is sold on ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.